Should be all set to go. So, as a recap, Pierce woke up in an asylum installed into the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley who helped him escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place where Dr. Fuller reigned supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders. Before dying in full view of the detective, he accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decided to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout. Cthulhu.
Who goes there?
I have my bottle here. What the fuck? Okay, well.
A nightmare again. I need a drink.
I'm gonna be right back. Sorry. Oh, fuck, actually. No. We'll live. Oh, sorry, buddy. We'll live without it. My cat's been kind of cranky, and he's on my lap happy right now, so we're not gonna disturb that.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Just looking around, making sure there's no books we need to pick up. I really need a drink of water, actually. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Wait, I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm back in. I'm back in. You can come back. All right.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I saw people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know, but they were a threat.
Ah.
They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual. One of the entryways was under Charles Hawkins' office.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
Someone did deface Brendan's statue.
Delinquents. Hoodlums. You got nothing more solid than that?
You two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Oh, I don't have enough medical. I can't level up medical.
What I'm sure of now,
So I could have gotten enough
Hawkins'
medical.
case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Okay. So I looked it up at one point, and I don't know if I just had picked up a book and it didn't save, but I'm pretty sure I looked up every medical book, and I picked up every medical book. So the fact that I can't tell him he's dead is very bizarre to me, because the only way to level up medical is to pick up those books. I don't know how I missed one, but I must have been I picked one up and then died, and then didn't pick it up again. But I'm like, I fucking picked up every book. I looked up online, someone had all the books, and I picked them all up. I'm like, I remember every one of these. I don't know. Oops. Nope.
Bradley, what do you...
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion, you don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital, and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
That's fucking so annoying, by the way, that I can't do that.
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
I hate how much she moves her
Families
hands.
inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Do you wish to know anything else?
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes, I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan, and I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller, and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders.
Howdy.
Do you know?
Of course.
I'm good.
The patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
No, okay.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late
Thank you.
husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Okay, we're gonna stick with that decision, though. I think I should have
Let
told
us
the
go
truth.
now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
Man, what the fuck is wrong with my brain? You can ask some questions, but I may not answer. Don't touch that. Wait. It's weird that I can still... Did I miss a book here, maybe? Or, like, can I, like... Oh, I can leave it there, too. Did I miss something? Nope, I don't do any of that, thank you, though. I feel like I missed something. No, we're just gonna move on, I guess. Pierce, Colton, and Bradley decide to team up to solve Sarah Hawkins' case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You too would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
I deduce that your husband already mentioned this dimensional shambler.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
I think that went pretty well. So hold on, actually, I want to check something. Hold on. I want to find something. Because I actually have the books here. If you remember, I was talking about how I'm like, how did I not have enough to... Like, I want to see what book I missed. I must have missed medical book. Whatever, I don't care. We're moving on. Too much time. So we have 5. We can't fully upgrade anything, but keep that.
Did she really care for him after all?
Dear Madam, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I'm sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you at the moment of interment. You're signed a discharge allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condol. Jesus Christ!
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Photograph of Sarah Hawkins next to Sanders. They must be close. Got a brain blast!
The House of Artists.
Please have enough psychology points for this.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Oh, thank God. There's enough fucking stuff there.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
No, I can't walk out.
The House of Artists.
Artists. Ooh.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Was he aware of his imminent doom?
Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
I failed that.
She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel?
Oh, fuck yeah! This painting! That's what I imagine he's screaming.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Well, I just experienced some trauma again. Fuck. Cross-checking the information given by Francis Sanders' widow, it's possible to reconstruct the events that led to the interment of Sanders. Everything points to Sanders and Sarah Hawkins being close, linked at least by some interest interest the collector showed in the artist's work, but more probably by a certain friendship, attested to by the repeated refusals of Sarah Hawkins to sell the painting called The Shambler. Against all expectations, she finally gave it away for free. The feelings still shown by Irene Sanders towards Sarah Hawkins are evidently derived from what she considers to be the artist's responsibility. Madness struck Sanders a short while after he gained possession of the painting. We didn't get another point, you son of a bitch. Now I probably finally have enough fucking medicine to... No, I lied. How many fucking things of medicine did I need to say he was dead? How many did I miss? If you don't mind me, I'm just gonna try to open your doors. Man, we're on a tight ship around here. I mean, no doors to be opened. I mean, just wild. Just wild. Just fucking wild! I'm sane. Oh, interesting. That was kind of cool. don't know if you guys caught that blood. I mean, I was looking directly at it. If you didn't catch it, I don't know how. But that painting. Oh.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
I should probably be careful or whatever. Should be like, get out, and I'm never gonna see.
I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
How'd that make you feel?
I can't take anymore. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Yeah.
Irene, I made a mistake.
You don't have to play it again. I'm sorry. You don't have. You shouldn't have to listen to that again. I'm sorry. Wow. Ooh, I don't know how to stop this. I mean, just newfangled technology, and I'll just get out of here. Another little pointer to the medicine.
I could use one of those.
Found the sleeping pills in Sanders' house. They subscribed to Francis Sanders. Or Irene. Irene.
Strange Amerindian pendant.
Yes, I'm learning more about the occult.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Oh, okay, so I missed one. This volume spends some time on the Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their visions of messengers sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning to you, please spare me the weight of the guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the shambler, your friend Sarah Hawkins. I beg you. I beg of you! Ooh. If I had enough points, I could go into strength. I did it! Oh.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Perfect, Detective. The pretext, the body language, I would have bought it if it was the first time I'd seen your face. You're a good talker, Pierce. Your story will do for the moment.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network, and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
That's fair. I don't trust that book. I don't trust that book.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Who's gonna be wandering here that I have to be aware of? Because there's something that's gonna happen here where I can't be caught. Because that is a fucking... That is a closet to hide in. And this area is very wide open and
The man
strange.
transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Oh, cool. Let's take a look around before we take a look at the Shambler.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
That book is starting to fuck me up with what if I had information I needed? But what if it drives me insane? Really hard to say. Could be forbidden knowledge, though, as well. Maybe the less I know, the better, like he said. Oh, you know what? We're gonna keep going. We're just gonna look this Shambler. That's why we look behind.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Far from possessing the talents of Sarah Hawkins, Sanders drew a dagger with a tortured form down to the smallest detail. The guard carries a strange esoteric symbol, a recurring feature of the correspondence. Why would I hold the skip? This is dope as fuck. I cannot see.
What the hell was that? I can't even touch it.
Get me to safety. Back it. Book it. Book it. Oh, I.
What the hell was that? Maybe I can use this dagger.
Okay. We have enough points for something else, but we'll... get there eventually.
What the hell was that? Maybe I can use this dagger.
Here we go.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
I can't fucking look at it. So I can't fucking... No. Getting impatient now.
What the hell was that?
Just fucking hate stealth segments so goddamn much. I'm just so impatient, but like it just fucking, it's just a game of patience. I lose every time, and it's just not fun. At least not for me. Ugh.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
No, wait. I want that one. That one looks more like it's gonna work. Oh, the intro. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. No. Which one is it? We need the specific dagger. Oh, that's it. That's the one. That's the one, baby! No, it's not. This is not the dagger. God damn it. I'm gonna fucking die again. Great. Yep.
What the hell was that?
Okay, so we need the one that's swirled around with the two fucking things off of it. Got it, thank you. There it is.
This dagger looks different.
I mean, it's a nifty little puzzle thing. I just don't like stealth sections, but that's me. I'm not gonna put that against this game. If we're getting frustrated and try to rush through it, that's like 100% of me.
What's the matter with you?
Manage the dimensional jammer using only one dagger.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like
As I say, that's kind of weird.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your aunt.
Damn, she knew that it was cursed as
Still got
shit.
things to settle with Irene.
Thank you. The Nameless Bookstore. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back to the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit.
Where's the bookseller?
Why is there this mysterious red paint on the door? Yeah, we missed a piece of trauma, but I think that's good. I think. It is Francis Sanders' private gallery that Pierce discovers the identity of a Shambler. Huge artwork, okay. Creature bursts forward. This beast from another dimension has such a hold on the mind of a person who finds himself in this presence that someone glances in the direction enough for Pierce to lose some sanity. So we missed a piece of trauma, but I think that's good. I don't think we want to be too traumatized. The exception dagger of the Ottoman origin probably dates to the 17th century, 16th century. Bears the elder sign on its hilt. It apparently belonged to Pergol Ibrahim Pasha, Grand Vizier of the court of Suleiman the Magnificent. Legend has that Pergoli used the symbol on the dagger to protect the courts from creatures that haunted the mirrors of the palace. What is certain is that Suleiman had his vizier executed. Did he fear him after his demonstration of power? Now the question becomes, what do I put my points into as well?
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
The pastor declared himself to the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must learn to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. To listen, I would assume, is what that word that I missed in my brain said. Is there Darkwater? Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th century. Another typo. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because The peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. Okay, more medical knowledge. Great. Good, good, good. More medical knowledge. This feels like we're probably going to get a decent chunk of that. So we should probably kind of try to pay attention, look around, see what we can grab.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
The Tibetan writings are the origin of the esoteric movement founded by Helena Blavatsky at the end of the 19th century. The creator of Theosophy would have drawn extensively on the texts of this work, but no one has ever been able to consult them. I thought they didn't exist. This book, discovered in the nameless bookstore in Darkwater, could be as much a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity.
No.
I fucking hate that there's another book like that, because now I feel like I should read it. But I'm dedicated to not fucking reading them. In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the water surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up till then, the region was a favored refuge for cetaceans? Whatever. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Celia returned to its port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast on a whaling ship. Damn, they killed an elder deity? God damn. I wonder if I need level 4. I don't know. Because that feels like something I should be able to interact with, but I shall not worry about it, I suppose, for the time being.
What happened here?
What did happen here, Pierce? Time to go into my mind palace.
Start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Damn, Pierce.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
Interesting. Nice call. Oh, the chessboard. Hold on. I can't go in there. Well, the chessboard's irrelevant, actually, and I knew that the whole time I was testing you guys.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals?
Is that what they are? I can... Oh, yeah, it's a bunch of roaches. Sorry, sometimes my light makes it kind of hard
What
to
happened
see.
that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
It seemed like I didn't have enough occultism for that. Is that what I'm supposed to gather from what just happened?
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Everything! Excuse me.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
Oh, strange amulet. The pendant is in the shape of a large dog. I don't know what it represents. I might find out more by... Oh, searching the bookstore.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
A page seems to be hidden here. It's possible to read. If somebody finds these memories, there will no doubt be... Or memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in the plane of reality in order that they can be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines, it demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that the reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents to safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe is not only a vast digestive knowledge, but also a weapon that's far too dangerous for it to fall in the wrong hands. I hope that you'll be able to appreciate the danger this represents and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. Another typo. What the fuck is happening here?
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at your neck at a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose it is to push back the force of the great old ones were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cutting that mentioned the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last Hawkins trips out of Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Interesting.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham
Okay, so you have
Editions.
4,
Arkham Editions.
6,
How many volumes are there in this
8.
collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Oh, God.
Never heard of him.
Did you have to put dialogue for every one of these? So there's 8.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them. A kind of chalice.
This goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? Motif.
A kind of chalice. Things are not looking good.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling.
and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
9. So the last one's 9, I would assume. So it's 4.
Queen has little protection.
3 or 4. And then the red drops.
Chalice of knowledge.
1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck, hold on. Okay, let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 5. So is it 5, 4, 9? Could be 5, 4, 9. Could be 5, 3, 9.
What did Drake say about this collection?
5, 4, 9? Is that it? Let's fucking go! Oh, we're back in the Riverside Institute. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find the ladder and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin, lie inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. This will probably be the last chapter I play for today. So... So, hold on. I'm going to take a quick look at my stuff.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position.
I think it's about
thought he was
fetal.
waking up, but no.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. Show me his file.
That's
Nothing, I
not
guess.
possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
Cat Baker. Okay, hold on. That seems important. Let me write that down. I had pen. Oh. I have a pen. Oh, whatever.
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him.
Examine the tiny patient.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
Shocker.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby.
Oh, God.
What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Yeah, that's definitely just a fucking...
Rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Is he turning into a fishman?
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated
He's turning into a fishman!
with species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations.
He's turning into a
And
Cthulhu.
this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Can't cope,
With
motherfucker.
such an infection.
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen
Oh, Jesus Christ, he's turning into a fishman.
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I?
Don't tell me anyways, I'm curious.
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 He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say?
A cephalopod?
Cephalopod, perhaps.
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
We've all done a little
Protect my
goofy.
discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
They all move too much. They all fucking are always like...
What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
I disapprove of Fuller's methods, but his treatments have saved more lives than I can count.
And Mr. Blake? You said yourself he was dying.
I don't know what to think for now. What I'm sure of is that Fuller is hiding.
Not quite what I thought was going to happen with that
and I
dialogue
need
choice.
to know what that is before I take a chance exposing him.
And where would you find those? In his office. What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
The fuck does that mean? I'll keep Mom. Oh, Pierce is dead in this situation. He's no longer with us. Oh, interesting. We're actually... Okay, never mind. Man, that was a quick chapter. Interesting. So we're kind of piloting her.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island. Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Help me, I have hay fever.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
Oh, okay.
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Okay.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Yeah, I know. Dude, it happens all the time. It's so fucking bizarre. Also, hello! Welcome to the stream.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, a whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me
I just never know how to deal with the art scammers on
Old
Twitch.
Whaling station. See?
The one that hides the smuggling business.
Oh no, not them. They don't go on that side of the island. Everyone in his place. The captain on one side, Cat on the other, and me. Well, I've been to the whaling station, I have.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
Broke my back.
That's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Oh, thank you, everybody who speaks in fucking riddles and rhymes. Excuse me? This is not a person. Oh, no, this is a person. This is the wife. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with Twitch gamers, because, like, the thing is, like, 90% of the time, they start talking, and you can kind of catch on that, like, okay, this is an art, whatever, fucking AI, blah, blah, bullshit. But, also, one time someone came in my chat and, like, spoke in the same exact way, but never got to the art scam part, and then just was, like, kind of talked a little odd, and, like, just kind of talked to me, and then, like, just stayed for the whole stream and then was like a normal person. So that's why I'm like hesitant. Maybe? That's why I was like, are they gonna fucking do the thing? Or like what's happening here? And then like they just never did for like an hour and then that was it. And I almost banned them like right off the rip. So now I'm hesitant to do that because I'm like, was that a normal person? Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't I don't know.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
The file describes the state in which Irene Sanders entered the Riverside Institute, as well as the treatments administered to her. Fuller added a handwritten note. He recommends to take her down to the psychiatric wing in order to provide her with the quiet and rest she needs. She looks dead as shit. I don't think I've ever seen a person look more dead before.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. What is the boiler room key doing here?
How?
The key to the boiler room.
Oh,
Not where I expected to find it.
I thought I was gonna pick it up, but okay, I don't want it, I guess. What are you up to, Mr.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
No, this one's actually empty. What's this guy doing? He's got a lot of blood on his mouth. I'm sure you're doing great, though. I'm sure you're doing the doctorly things.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
Oh. I saw her. She's
Tended
fine.
to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
I can really wander around.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Is that weird? Is that not normal? We eat food like fucking peasants. Is this Fuller's office? Wait, hold on. No, it doesn't seem like it.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Oh, interesting. That's us. The file is strangely incomplete and the detail on treatment is not given. It does not respect standard practice. God damn it, this hospital is falling apart.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after
Another fucking typo.
We had a patient come up from the psychiatric wing. Were you able to see him?
Oh. What state is he in now?
Missed that
You
one.
should go see for yourself, Doctor.
Okay, I'll go back.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
I'm a doctor, not a psychologist, sir. Let's calm down. I always knew I could do better, but Mom said I was a big poo-poo
This
head, and I
place
think it
draws
was
you
right.
in and never lets you go.
I don't know.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Hey, Toots!
You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
This place fucking sucks.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
You sound just like Donovan!
Decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Jesus Christ, do they like tie him? They must have to tie him down to fucking wash him.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Bro, the subtitles not being on it are taking me out of this game for real. I'll be honest, bro. Why is this guy so nicely dressed up? Oh, I can't talk to him? The one guy that looks very different from everybody else? Okay, well, I didn't want to talk to him anyways. Fucking criminy.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Why do you all look the same?
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
But I do have business.
You're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch.
A pseudoscientific work by Cesare Lombroso correlates as an individual's morphology with his criminal predispositions. Seriousness of the study and actually the demonstrations can deceive an uninformed reader.
Donovan? Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl.
Naughty? You're so naughty. It's like fucking...
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
That she doesn't dare.
It makes me think of fucking,
That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Tommy
Doses
Boy.
prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait to see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Everybody says it. An old hag. I didn't make this up.
I feel like I'm just kind of wandering around. It's like, go to Fuller's office and I've like helped a patient and there's another guy going through psychosis. And... The reference book of medical sciences. Hopefully Pierce is getting some of this knowledge in his fucking brain hole. I'm trying to use it.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Okay, well, I felt a little rude and unnecessary. Felt combative. Where do I want to go?
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Miss Donovan.
Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him.
No one goes into Dr. Fuller's office.
Won't be necessary. Thank you.
So if you could just calm down.
I will tell him,
and not go into
nonetheless.
Dr. Fuller's office, please. Otherwise, I'll have to report you. It's like the voice doesn't match and they just fucking wave their little arms around. They wave their goddamn arms. Their arms! Okay, so they said something about someone, psychosis, some other fucking... Ooh, boo-boo, ooh, my boo-boo.
I'll just sleep a bit more.
You're a lucky one. Yeah, cut off the water. I kind of guessed. I see the objectives in the top right now. I just noticed them, but I kind of guessed that's kind of where this was heading. Oh, here we go.
We are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment we prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
And or a seizure? Hello? Oh, I'm like...
His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
I feel ill-equipped.
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Yeah, I fucking heal all the patients because I'm dope as shit, by the way.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Watch out for the whoa! Looney Tunes, whoa! Fucking biff it. Oh! Medicine and Secret Sciences. I feel like finding these books is good for my brain. Oh, I know where the key is for the thing.
The key to the boiler room.
I found
All
the key
I have
to
to
the
do
boiler room.
is
Don't
shut
tell
off the
nobody.
water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Like the dumb bitch she is, dumb bitch. Always falling for the bait, bitch, dumb bitch. dumb fucking. Oh. Hi, Bradley.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
No. Look, I don't want you to laugh at me.
Ethan, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction.
Let's not just fucking immediately downplay.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
I'm sorry I couldn't be more help.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Thank you. I'll be going.
That's all I can do. Yep.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room.
Oh.
Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
What's up, Mint? She had oral surgery yesterday, so she was a little loopy. Doing good now, though.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation. Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Where you going, Mint? She's gone already. She's like, you haven't pet me for 4 seconds. I'm out.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Oh, this guy kind of looks like a prick, and oh, you mean like not like a person tool?
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused.
Damn you, Mrs. Donovan.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller.
Damn you, Fuller.
I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag.
Looks like a vent I could have crawled through in another life. Hey, Mrs. Donovan, could you go turn this pipe so I can distract Mrs. Donovan? Wait, shit, I'm realizing the error in my plan. Well, donkey dicks. And I fucked it up. Need a tool. A wrench for monkeys. An ape grabber. So it's all wrenches and grabber to give you more force. Just grabs. It gives you a little leverage. I fucking...
Guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Holden, might there be a...
I was about to mention it.
Oh, sorry.
It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take
this room.
Sorry. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
She'd be fucking mad side-eye. She's like, the fuck do you want?
At last. The missing files must be hidden here. The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Interesting. Everybody knows about the Stendhal syndrome.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
What? Hello? I thought with puzzles like this, if you just kind of do this for a while, eventually they'll
I've unlocked something.
work their way out.
Patient files. I was right.
Wait, hold on. Before we do that, though, let's take a look around before we do that, though. All right, I've looked around. Let's just grab them and go. The cylinder was hidden inside Fuller's office. He recorded his thoughts about one of the many psychoanalysis sessions he's made to Sarah. Is that toast? Is it fucking... Hello? Where do we find a gram? Oh, was there one back here? Hold on. There is one back here.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos.
Oopsie.
It goes without saying that these peculiar illusions are a cross that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why is Ethan on medication?
Mr. Fuller's also on medication. Interesting. Also, I can't look at that for some odd reason. Hold on. Isn't that weird? I feel like a shoe that's that obvious I should be able to be like, oh, look, a shoe that's that obvious.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
Oh, that's everything, apparently.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
Minus that shoe, which I'm guessing I need another point in that one skill.
That her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or
Charles. Who's Charles again? Hold on. I'm guessing it's gonna tell me that Dr. Fuller, Irene, okay, Francis, Marie, Charles Hawk. Oh, Charles was keeping stuff from him. That's right, Charles Hawkins. Okay.
I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It feels that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Oh my god, you can see his eyes. That is a little horrifying. Oh, here we go.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Yeah, we've constructed this pretty good.
I must go back to the basement.
Oh, hold on. Consult diary. Okay, whatever. I gotta go to the basement! No one has. If someone finds me, I'm gonna be in deep shit! Let's go!
Now I knew I could count on. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
That was the wrong choice. God damn it.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait! No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go! Rescue the doctor!
Thank you, Drake.
Okay, I think this is where we're going to end it. Fall into Fuller's trap. The book projector appears in the body of Dr. Colton. Detective watched helplessly as Bradley's friend carried out her inquiry. Following experiments of Fuller, she guys often discovered that the director of the Riverside Institute was hiding information on, if not the body of, Sarah Hawkins. She was discovered by Fuller. Pierce must save her before it's too late. Okay, we'll watch this cutscene, then we'll call her quits for today.
I pray that Colden is really here. And alive.
Hold on. I want to check some things. How many points do I have? 11? We can really fucking max out some shit now. Necronomicon, that's funny. Alright, what's my medicine at? Ooh, we're very close. If I read one more, we'll be at 3. Colt's pretty close too. Alright, with that, return to the main menu, and we are done. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll continue next Monday, and yeah, bye-bye.